Fourth quarter underway. Beckley has reinserted its 5 starters, down by 20. Ryan Colasurto forces up the shot. On the front of the rim, it's good. Colasurto with his 6th point of the game. Brooke leads by 18. Brooke trying to work a major upset here in the state tournament. On the attack come the Bruins. Canner, right corner to Sperlaza, threw it away. Sperlaza was cutting down the baseline. Turnover, number 12 against Brooke. Beckley will take it back. Beckley trying to work on one of the great comebacks in state tournament history. Down by 20 with 8 minutes to play. Shea Fleener to Steve Ball, left side, driving in the lane, shoots the ball up, no good. Rebound, Fleener puts it up, can't get it to fall. Tipped up again by Fleener off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Kid Anderson, stolen by Fleener, he scores it underneath. Whistle in the backcourt, traveling violation against Brooke. Beckley will have the ball back.
That momentum is starting to change right now. You'll see a timeout, yes sir. Timeout, Brooke.
Dave Ryder takes the timeout as the starters come out and cut that 20-point lead down to 16 with 7:13 to play. You're listening to exclusive Metro News coverage of the 1993 West Virginia State Tournament, being brought to you in part by Diet Mountain Dew.
You've skied the Himalayas. Kayak the Congo. Biked 800 miles per hour down Kilimanjaro. You've bungee jumped off the Eiffel Tower. Skateboarded off the Sphinx's nose. But hey, did you ever do a diet do? Because you've never done nothing till you do the full-tilt taste of Diet Mountain Dew. Do Diet Dew.
.7:13 to play. Beckley down by 16. Brooke leads 59-43. Flying Eagles in possession of the ball. Working in the front court from left to right. Gene Neighbors up top to Ryan Colasurto. He drives in. He shoots it off the glass. No good. Rebound down to Winbigler. He gives off to Ryan Coaster. Coaster starts up the floor. Over midcourt. Bounce pass left side. Kid Anderson. Harassed by Colasurto. A reach-in and a foul call. Foul number 2 against Ryan Colasurto. 4th team foul against Beckley. Brooke will inbound on the near sideline. Sperlaza gets it in. Back to Sperlaza on the wing. Shot up, no good. Rebound taken down by Gene Neighbors. Neighbors into the front court, to the top of the circle. Passes back to Fleener. 3-point shot is up, no good. Rebound, the big guy, Winbigler for Brooke. Outlets the ball over to Cantor. Cantor starts up the floor, stride for stride, chasing after him Steve Ball. Cantor into the front court, left of the circle, bounce pass left wing to Sperlaza, watched by Fleener. Up top, a pass goes to Coaster. Coaster now to the top of the circle, working to the right. Bounce pass on the wing to Anderson. It's tipped. It's stolen by Gene Neighbors, and Neighbors is fouled as he goes down the far sideline.
Tony, that's a good call right there because that was going to be an uncontested layup. They're only in 14 fouls, and the ball will be taken out of bounds. A smart play by Brooke.
Foul call against Ryan Coaster. That is his 3rd personal. Foul shots coming up for Beckley. Ryan Colasurto is holding on to his right wrist. Remember, just a few seconds ago, he was called on a reach-in foul and may have jammed his wrist.
Well, what you do, you make Neighbors make it from the foul line on the 1-and-1. Brooke has to watch getting to a position where they're playing not to lose this basketball game. Do not be tentative.
Neighbors misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Foul on the rebound. It will go against Beckley. Ryan Colasurto picks up his 3rd foul going after the rebound. That's the 15th foul against Beckley. Flying Eagles set up in full court pressure. Kid Anderson looking to get it in. Does so to Cantor. Cantor up the floor with a pass to Coaster. 6:15 to go in this game. Brooke leads 59-43 on top by 16 points. Anderson loses the ball. Gets it over to Coaster. Coaster with it. Bounces it. On the far side to Windbigler with a pass. Windbigler up top to Cantor. Cantor, offensive foul call as he pushes off Steve Ball. That will be his second personal foul. Make it his third foul. He's had 2 offensive calls. Inside of 6 minutes to play, 5:59. Neighbors holds up his hand as he brings the ball to the top of the circle. Working to his right. Up high to Ball. Ball squares up against Cantor. Off-balance shot in for Steve Ball as he floats it up high and scores it. 59-45. It's a 14-point game. Here's a steal by Ball on the inbounds. Shot no good. Whistle and a foul call. That stops the clock with 5 minutes and 37 seconds to play. Very alertly, Steve Ball stole the inbounds pass after scoring that basket. The foul whistled against Kit Anderson. That will be his third.
I'll tell you what, right now, they can make these foul shots. The clock stopped, and they get into that pressure full court. They're going to cause some havoc.
12 points now for Steve Ball. He made the first one.
Yeah, well, you don't put that Hoosiers shirt on too quick, and you don't look at Gene Hackman real quick over there either, because this game is far from over.
Misses the second. Rebound kicked out of bounds by Brooke. Beckley will have it back down 13. 59-46 with 5:35 to play. Fleener inbounds to Neighbors. Back to Fleener. He looks cross court. One dribble up top to Neighbors. Over to Ball. Ball on the left wing. Out high to Neighbors. Down the lane, he loses the ball, and there will be a foul call against Brooke. It will go against Ryan Coaster, and that will be number 4. This entire fourth quarter, it seems, has been spent towards the Beckley basket on that side of the floor.
Or at the foul line.
Gene Neighbors steps up. Not a real good foul shooter, 56%. Bends the knee, shot up good.
Yeah, key right here. Get it under 10 with 4 minutes left.
59-47 our score. Brooke leads by 12. Brooke has not scored yet here in the fourth quarter. Neighbors bends the knees, puts the shot up and in. He now has 7 in the game. Neighbors nearly stole the inbounds pass, knocked out of bounds by Gene. And Brooke will have the ball. They'll inbound into that Beckley full court pressure. Scruggs guards the inbound. It comes into Cantor. Over to Anderson. Anderson steps through the double team. And a whistle and a foul will be called against Beckley, against Gene Neighbors, number 2. 6th-team foul against the Flying Eagles.
Flying Eagles are getting that ball and that pressure, and they're making Brooke receive it in the corner, and that's an excellent place for it to be. You can get that double team right there. Brooke Woodrow has been successful making some steals.
Anderson inbounds for Brooke at three-quarter court. Throws it back to Ryan Coaster. He falls down to the ground. The ball out of bounds. It will go to Beckley. Coaster was double-teamed, and he fell. There was contact, no foul call. He lost the ball out of bounds. Dave Ryder, with his hands folded over, will take Coaster out of the game. And Ryder tells Ryan Coaster, that's okay, don't worry about it.
Yes.
Inbounds Beckley, underneath, Bell shoots and scores all alone. 59-50, it's a 9-point Brooke lead. And we've got a whistle and a traveling violation called against Chad Cantor. Beckley will have the ball back, and now a timeout will be taken. 5:02 to play. 59-50 is our score. Brooke has seen a 20-point lead to start this fourth quarter of play, chiseled down to 9.
You know, we talked about the streaks that they get into. Beckley has done it by substituting the whole front starting lineup, putting them on the bench. Take a look. Here in the fourth quarter, Tony, I really thought that Dave Ryder would have liked to have taken that timeout earlier, but he only had 2 left. He's now down to 1.
That may very well come into this game.
Yeah, we said it earlier, and I think it will. He had to call it there because the momentum had really shifted, and we said 4 minutes, get it under 10. They did it quicker than that, 5:02, and they're at 9 points down.
An 11-0 run by the Flying Eagles. Beckley will have possession. He'll inbound at quarter court along the near sideline. Fleener will throw it in. It comes into Gene Neighbors. Neighbors right of the circle. Works it out high with a pass to ball, deflected, regathered by Neighbors. Neighbors now works it back out between the rings. On the right wing to Colasurdo, inside Fleener, he shoots, no good. Rebound taken down by Kendrick. Kendrick in trouble, passes it ahead to Cantor. Cantor up the far sideline to Winbigler. Winbigler has it deflected, stolen by Ball. Ball up the floor, 4-on-1 break. Ball takes it in, pulls up, shoots, no good. Rebound tipped out to Cantor. Great opportunity blown by the Flying Eagles. Back comes Brooke. The Bruins now try to build up that lead. They're on top 59-50. Kid Anderson drives the right baseline. Loose ball on the floor, picked up by Colasurdo, and he is fouled. It will go against Chad Cantor. On his knees, Ryan Colasurdo stole the ball, dribbling it, tried to stand up, and Cantor committed the foul. Ryan Colasurdo, a 74% foul shooter, will step up now with a chance to cut this Brooke lead down to 7.
And the clock stopped. All important in this, when you're fighting from behind, you want to stop, and you got your best foul shooter, one of your best foul shooters, on the foul line.
Ryan Colasurdo, 2 for 2 at the line tonight, puts the shot up and in. Brooke has gone 3 minutes and 46 seconds, at least the time here in this fourth quarter, without a point. Colasurdo's second foul shot, no good. Rebound off the back iron to Kid Anderson. Anderson now quickly up the floor, over midcourt, quarter court far side. Passes it back to Schwartzfeger, who's back out there. Now to Cantor. Cantor working to his left, to his right. Passes over to Schwartzfeger. In the corner to Kid Anderson. Tightly guarded by Fleener. Anderson, double team, in trouble. Gets it back out to Winbigler. 3:50 and counting. Cantor drives the baseline. Pulls up, jump shot, air ball. Follow up by Winbigler. It's good. Rick Winbigler took the air ball up and in. 61-51. Brooke leads by 10. 3:35 to go. Here is Neighbors. Out high, Fleener. Fakes the three, drives the lane, shot up, no good. Offensive foul call against Shea Fleener, standing in to take the charge, the sophomore, Jacob Kendrick. Second personal against Fleener. Anderson inbounds to Winbigler, out ahead to Schwartzfeger. Schwartzfeger by Colasurdo, driving in, into the corner he goes. Passes up top on a bounce to Cantor. 3:20 and counting. Brooke working on a huge upset over the defending AAA champs. Winbigler with it, top of the circle. Looks for some help. One dribble, back to Schwartzfeger. Watched by Ball. Left side, Kendrick. Kendrick. Couple of dribbles, right baseline underneath. Winbigler puts the shot up, and he is fouled with exactly 3 minutes to play. The shot does not go down. 2 shots coming up for Winbigler.
Yeah, and they got to run some time off the clock also. Dave Ryder saying calling for the motion offense, and they were able to get 50-some seconds off the clock and get to the foul line.
The foul against Gene Neighbors, his third. Winbigler at the free throw line to our left. His first trip tonight, shooting 2. First one up, around and in. Nine points tonight for Winbigler. This could make it 10. Shot is up. No good off the back iron. Tipped up by Kendrick. Won't go. Scruggs had a hand on it. Tipped up by Anderson. Beckley will take it back down by 11 points with 2 minutes and 58 seconds to go in this game. Time to shoot up some threes for Beckley. Neighbors with it to Fleener. To Ball. Three-pointer left side. Too strong. Rebound. Tipped out of bounds. It goes to Brooke. Schwartzfeger will inbound. Now he'll give it away to Anderson. Anderson will inbound the ball. And he's going to call a timeout. And that's it for Brooke. Anderson was unable to get the ball in, and he'll use Brooks' last timeout. Stops the clock with 2:47 to play. With a break in the action, let's hear another Metro News golden moment.
March 28, 1981, the Blue Demons of North Fork High School against the Bulldogs of Dunbar in the Class AA Championship. For North Fork coach Jennings Boyd, the game would culminate his historic record-setting stay at North Fork High.
6 seconds to go. 5 seconds to an 8th straight North Fork championship. 4 seconds to the 100th straight AA win for North Fork. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. It's a winner for North Fork and for Coach Jennings Boyd. And the students from North Fork High School are pouring out on the floor. A national record, 8 straight titles. One away for Coach Boyd to go out. Just like he is as a man and a coach, Jennings Boyd is a winner.
The West Virginia State Championship. Memories that last a lifetime.
With Jay Jacobs, I'm Tony Caridi. 2 minutes and 47 seconds to play in this Class AAA semifinal game, and Brooke on top of Beckley, 62-51. Brooke has just used its last timeout. Beckley has 1 remaining. Both teams are into the bonus. The possession arrow points to Brooke. Bruins inbounding in their own backcourt. Anderson inbounds to Schwartzfeger. He fires a pass ahead to Cantor. Cantor, bounce pass, Kendrick, shot up, deflected by Fleener, taken down by Scruggs. Back comes Beckley, down by 11. Colasurto, three-pointer, left side, no good, rolls off the rim and out. Rebound Kendrick, loose ball, stolen by Scruggs to Fleener. He drives in, shoots, misses, ball follows it up and in. Steve Ball scores it, his 16th point of the game. 62-53, 9-point Brooke lead. Cantor up the floor, far sideline, dribbling it into the right corner, pulls up, shot on the way, no good. Rebound, Scruggs for Beckley. Over to Neighbors, quick pass up the floor, Colasurto, pass off, Fleener shoots and draws the foul with 2:06 to go. The shot does not go. Colasurto injured himself on that dish off as he ran full force down the floor. He's been nursing that tender right leg all game.
Tony, mark it down, 2:40 on the clock. The block by Fleener at the other end could be a key factor. I think it gave him some momentum to attack down here. They have him at the foul line for 2. These 2 have to go.
Fleener 3 for 3 at the foul line, makes the first shot. He's got 12 in the game.
Boy, if I'm Brooke, I'm looking to see where Colasurto is in this press, and I'm going right at him with the ball handler.
Second shot, good. It's 62-55. The Brooke lead is at 7 with 2:06 to play. A steal on the inbounds. Ball puts it up and in. It's a 5-point game. Brooke inbounding. Kit Anderson has it stolen by Ball again. Ball shoots and scores. 62-59. 1:55 to play. A near steal on the far sideline. The ball will go to Brooke with 1:52 to play. It's a 3-point game. Brooke is out of timeouts. Brooke leads by 3. Ryan Colasurto limping on the court. Brooke will inbound in front of the Beckley bench. It goes into Schwartzfeger. Schwartzfeger harassed by Ball. Schwartzfeger passes over to Cantor. Cantor over midcourt on the dribble by Scruggs in the corner to Windbigler. 1:40 and counting. Brooke trying to hold off Beckley. They led by as many as 20 here in the quarter. That lead is down to 3. Kit Anderson, right corner, drives the baseline, loses the ball. It's stolen. Steve Ball has the ball for Beckley. The Flying Eagles can tie it up with a 3. Colasurto behind the back, driving in, contact, offensive foul against Ryan Colasurto. That will be number 4 against the senior forward. 1:22 on the clock.
Boy, would Dave Ryder love to call a timeout, and he just can't.
Beckley will. That is it. Beckley has just used its last timeout of the game. Our Fred Persinger is standing by with our roving microphone behind that Beckley bench. Let's check in with Fred. Well, maybe we'll check in with Fred a little bit later as he sits down into that huddle there to listen with head coach Dave Barksdale. Has to stay. This was a 20-point game entering the 4th quarter, and Brooke was in control. But Beckley, with fierce defense, has cut this deficit down to 3.
And I mentioned at 2:40 on the clock, Tony, a shot by Fleener, a block shot at this end. You could just see the fire in the eyes of Beckley, and they have come back from there right at that block shot.
In this fourth quarter, Beckley Woodrow Wilson has outscored Brooke 20-3. Fred Persinger was in that Beckley huddle. What's the word, Fred?
The word is they've inserted Kenny Hale into the lineup. If they get it into the midcourt area, they're going to foul. Barksdale says foul anyone except number 24. Anyone but 24. Keep the pressure defense alive. He said you fought back from this deficit. Keep it going.
All right. Brooke will inbound the ball in its own backcourt. Kit Anderson will throw it in. Scruggs guards the inbounder. The official hands him the ball. Anderson looks to get it in. Does so to Cantor. Back to Anderson. Anderson has his pass deflected, but foul is called against Beckley. Anderson fouled as he tried to pass the ball up ahead. That stops the clock with 1 minute and 19 seconds.
Well, you're going to see some fouls here. Beckley will have to come down, see if they bring Colasurto back in to play the offense. And that's probably, yes, they are going to do that, Tony. They'll bring him in from the offensive end. I think this is a smart move by Dave Barksdale. He just couldn't do it from the defensive end. He's giving up too much.
Kit Anderson at the foul line, his first trip tonight. He has not scored in the game. His club leads by 3. Foul shot is up. No good off the back iron. Rebound controlled by Kendrick. Inside, Winbigler shoots and scores. Winbigler. It's 64-59. Brooke by 5. Fleener sets up. Three-point shot. No good. Rebound. Kendrick of Brooke gives it over to Cantor. Cantor starts up the floor. Lead pass for Winbigler. He drives in. Shoots and scores again. Brooke leads 66-59. 55 seconds to play. Bruins lead by 7. Colasurto into the front court. Forces up the 3. It is good with 49 seconds to play. 66-62 our score, and the ball deflected off of Winbigler out of bounds. Beckley will have it back. Down by 4 with 43 seconds to play. Dave Barksdale tells his team we have no timeouts. Inbounds, goes to Neighbors. He spots up, shoots a 3, no good. Rebound, Scruggs goes for the save. It's nearly saved. It's out of bounds. It will go to Beckley underneath its own basket with 35 seconds to play. Brooke leads by 4, 66-62. Shea Fleener ready to throw it in. Underneath the Beckley basket, baseline right. Colasurto wants it in the corner. It comes up high to Neighbors. Neighbors with it. To Scruggs. He'll fire up a 3. Good with 30 seconds to play. 66-65. Cantor up the far sideline, and he is fouled with 24 seconds to play. Cantor, an excellent free throw shooter, will step up. He'll have a chance at a 1-and-1. 24.7 seconds on the clock.
One thing you have to your advantage coming down for Beckley, even if both shots are made, is you've got Barksdale, you've got the offense right near his bench, so he can call something out from right there.
Cantor made 16 of 16 foul shots in the quarterfinals. Puts the shot up, no good. Rebound, Beckley, Gene Neighbors. Here come the Flying Eagles. Neighbors in the front court. Beckley down by 1. Three-point shot. Ball is good with 16 seconds to play. Ball hit a three-point shot. Brooks out of timeouts. Cantor, offensive foul call against Colasurto. Beckley has the ball. They've got the lead with 10 seconds to play. 68-66. The place is going crazy here. Over 12,000 people are going absolutely crazy. The foul call will be number 5 against Chad Cantor. 68-66. Beckley has come back from a 20-point deficit in the fourth quarter to take a 2-point lead with 10 seconds on the clock. Both teams out of timeouts. Beckley will have the possession. Inbounding, quarter court near side. Fleener looks to throw it in, goes into the backcourt to Ball. Ball over to Colasurto. Colasurto to Scruggs with 5 seconds in the front court. Scruggs is fouled with 3 points 8 seconds to play in the game. And Anthony Scruggs will go to the foul line with a chance to ice this game for Beckley in one of the greatest comebacks in state tournament history. The Flying Eagles, the defending AAA champions, were down by 20 points to start this quarter. We have played 7 minutes, 56.2 seconds. And Beckley has taken the lead, 68-66 on a three-point shot from Steve Ball.
Boy, the advantage of not having any timeouts left for Brooke has really hurt them in this game. They could use 3 or 4 at that time. Give Beckley the credit. They came back, made the plays they had to make. I still go back to that key block by Fleener with 2:40 on the clock.
Beckley will clear out the lane as Anthony Scruggs steps up for the foul shots. He'll have a 1-and-1. Both clubs out of timeouts. Scruggs at the line. Puts the shot in the air. No good. Ball in play. Brooke has a chance for a last-second shot. Coaster from three-quarter court at the buzzer. No good. Beckley has won the game. The Flying Eagles have come back from 20 points down in the fourth quarter to score a 68-66 victory, and Beckley is into the championship game once again. What a tremendous effort by the Brooke Bruins. No one gave them a shot, and Beckley comes back and kills the greatest comeback attempt in state tournament play. Let's go courtside now. Fred Persinger standing by with Dave Barksdale.
Tony, thank you very much. Coach Barksdale, back with us here at courtside. One of the greatest comebacks ever in the history of the state tournament. I know that Dave Barksdale believes in defense, and that's what did it for you.
Well, I'll be quite honest with you. In the third quarter, you know, our other 4 kids that won it last year, but they were struggling, so we just decided to go with our second bunch, I guess you want to call it, and let's give them credit. Vernon Sweat, Brian Wheeler, Kenny Hale, Noel Brown, Kelvin Fennell. They came in there and set the tone. If you talk about Beckley basketball, those 5 kids busted it and laid it on the line. Our other kids sat over there, and they started cheering for them because they really appreciated what they were doing. Then the fourth quarter, when they came back, they played Beckley basketball. So why we didn't play the first 2.5 quarters, I have no answer. But I tell you what, it was a heck of a comeback, and I'm real proud of the kids. I'm concerned about why we started so slow and why we didn't have any more zip. But by golly, give them credit for coming back.
One thing's for sure, you've always found a different player to step up this year. I thought in the fourth quarter, Steve Ball really stepped up.
Well, he hit that shot, and I tell you what, I think of him as all reliable. And I tell you what, he really showed that tonight, didn't he? Got the steals and then hit the shot and won the game. So, you know, I would say he's as deserving of anybody because never says anything, just comes to practice every day, works hard, and doesn't worry about publicity and all that. It's a real good for him.
You came to Charleston with 3 steps to take. You've taken 2. You got 1 more. How long will you watch this second game?
We'll scout it, and I've always been honest with you. Right now, I have no idea, Fred, what we'll do from now till we get out of the dressing room. But we're just so elated to win. But we've got it scouted so people at Beckley don't think that we're not going to scout the game. As far as our kids and myself, I tell you what, we just got to go unwind back there a little bit and appreciate what they did, but also look and see why we didn't have any more zip. Naturally, now that we won, we got to be concerned with that.
Go enjoy this one. Congratulations.
All right, thanks.
Coach Dave Barksdale, back to you, Tony.
Thanks, Fred. The final score, Beckley 60.